about that?
Really, he's just trying to get us to, well, me, because my brother's got a different lawyer. Every time I see him, he's like, so what do you want to do? You want to go for it, or you want to try to get a plea with the state? Like, literally, these fucking public defenders ain't trying to help nobody.
Oh, he's a public defender.
Yeah.
So what is so? I mean, are they planning on? Are they planning on charging you with CP?
I don't think so.
You don't think?
They didn't have any CP. So,
Right.
there's nothing they can charge them with other than the drugs that they found out.
Right. So, where did this tip come from? Like, what did they say it was? Like the tip.
They said the tip was that somebody was uploading onto some cloud storage,
Like Google Drive.
something like that.
Okay, so someone's uploaded some cloud storage, and that was coming from your house or the house you were staying at.
The house my brother was staying at. I wasn't living there at the time. I was just happened to be there at that time. Like, my name's not even on the fucking search warrant.
Right, but I mean, whatever list it was, it had your name as a suspect for CP, though.
Right. Because at that point, like, everybody in that house is suspect at that point.
Okay, so
Also, it would have been like, okay, so, and here's what he said too, after because I looked at the devices here at the house, right?
mm-hmm.
With a little computer or whatever. He walks out there and he opens the door to where we're sitting in the same cruiser and he says, well, we don't know where the CP's at, but you guys are going to jail for the drugs. Like, wouldn't that be like fruit of the poisonous tree at that point? Like, if you didn't find what you're looking for, then, I mean, you can't charge us with anything else, even if it is in plain sight, because the whole basis of your search was illegal.
Yeah, so who was living in the house besides your brother?
My mom was.
Okay, got it. So who owned the house?
My mom simply friend.
Okay, you were renting. Okay, so did the person who rented it live with you guys at all?
No.
Okay, so who was all there at the time when they did raid? I mean, this was at 4 a.m. I mean, does mom work?
No, she doesn't work.
Okay. So there wasn't the landlord there. It was just you, mom, and your brother.
Right.
Okay. Got it. And you were there at 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Okay. What were you doing there at 4 a.m. if you didn't live there?
I mean, I didn't live there, but I, stayed over occasionally. It's, I was there that night, but I did not live there at the time.
Do you live with your brother? Do you live there now?
Yeah, now I do, actually.
Okay. Where were you living before? Like still in Livingston, or?
Yeah, I was in the little apartment.
What caused you to move in with your brother?
I lost my job, so I had to, money was tight, so I had to move in. But,
Okay. So, what device did they claim the CP was on originally?
they didn't say.
They didn't say. Okay. So all the devices they took a laptop too, I heard.
Okay. They took a phone from me.
Okay. Well, I mean, I heard that you said they took a laptop too.
Yeah, that's because Tommy was drunk, fucking screaming at me, so I said, I don't know, which, no, they took a phone.
Okay, so
He says he has an evidence list, produce the evidence list.
Right. And what year did they take it in?
2020.
Okay. So when did you get the computer then? Because obviously you screen recorded the lives that Rami was doing in 2020 on your computer.
Right.
So was that computer in the house still? Did they not take it, or did you get it after? Like, where does the computer come into play?
I don't think they took it. No, they didn't take it.
They didn't take the computer?
No, you
Well, you hope they didn't,
I hope they didn't. Oh yeah, I hope they didn't.
yeah, but, was there like a computer? Was there like a computer? There was a computer.
It was a laptop.
It was a laptop. Okay. So they leave the laptop, but they take phones.
Right.
Okay. So can you like name all the devices they took, no matter whose it was?
I don't know. They got like 4 or 5 phones from my brother. They got a phone from me. I think they got a tablet from him. I can't really name off everything.
Your brother had
Is this somebody?
your brother had 5 phones?
Yeah, so yeah, it's a phone.
Was he like a dealer or something?
That would explain the colossal amount of drugs they found. Why his charges are, why he's facing 10 years.
Okay. Got it. So you weren't living there at the time, but you were listed as a suspect. Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that everyone's a suspect. You know, after they searched and they arrested me for drugs on that. No drugs listed anywhere on the search warrant. That's what I was arrested for. Therefore, in order to make that stick, they have to have me as a suspect on everything, probably.
Well, where did they find the drugs, like in your pocket or something, or was it that obvious, or where did they find the drugs?
In a bedroom that I was staying in.
In the bedroom you were staying in. Okay, so were you staying in that same bedroom with your brother?
No.
No. Okay, so those were like your drug. I don't care about a drug charge, but those were your drugs.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So does your mom use it all?
No.
No. Okay. So, got it. So, did you bring? How long was that stash sitting in your room?
Literally, it was like a fucking 2 hits that was left in a pipe. Like I should have fucking smoked that shit.
Right. I'm not really. Obviously, I've never used before. How long does a pipe usually last you?
I don't know. I don't know.
How long does it usually last you?
It depends on how much is put in it. Like, I don't know. Probably, back then, I was pretty heavy on drugs, so, I don't know. It would last probably a day.
That's probably a day. Okay. Got it. So do you think that pipe, we were just smoking it all around that day, or what? Up till 4 a.m?
Do I?
Were you using that pipe the whole day to where there was just barely any left? If you remember? Yeah.
Well, I didn't sit around smoking meth all day, but it's like it was a couple years left.
Okay. Do you remember working that day?
I didn't work that day.
No. Okay. So that house was basically your brother's bedroom, your bedroom, then your mom has a separate bedroom, or they stay in the same room?
No, yeah, it's 3 bedrooms.
I see. Who paid the rent, or did you guys just kind of split it up?
We split it.
You split it? Okay. Got it. Do you still split it to this day, or does your brother pay more?
No, we pretty much split it. Yeah.
Okay. And so is 2020 when you started to split it with him, or were you guys splitting that rent since like 2018 or 2017 or however long you were staying?
No, I didn't move until like 2020, so.
Okay. But at the time of the raid, you guys were splitting it or starting to or something, or
We were starting to.
starting to split it? Okay. So how many payments do you think you made at that point when the raid happened?
I don't know, like, probably not even one. I mean, like, I don't know. It was, yeah, probably one. I mean, I barely moved in.
Okay.
I wasn't even
Okay.
moved in.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm just letting you know. You said you were living in an apartment. Now you said you were living there. I mean, I mean, dude, like, I'm just really trying to. I understand, like, it's not, nobody has a memory, especially using math. Nobody has a perfect memory from 3 years ago. But now you were living there. So what's kind of, so kind of what the question is, Edward. Like, your mom isn't listed as a suspect, but you and your brother are, even though she's living in the house longer. You're splitting the rent with her, yet you and your brother are listed as a suspect. That's so. Why not her if she was living there?
Because she's 70 years old and didn't have no fucking drugs.
Right, but we also heard that everybody in the house just was instantly listed as a suspect, and why would they leave your mom off that? And on top of that, why would they not confiscate a laptop? Like, they didn't take her device. They didn't take any of her devices. They only took you and your brother's. And I mean, I asked you that a couple times just to really verify. Why do they only take you and your brother's? Because sure, the meth thing, okay, yeah, a 70-year-old woman, okay, fine. But when it's a raid for CP, they take every device in the house. I mean, I can tell you from experience with Justin Cripps. I'm sure you know who that is. That, and this is what cops have told me. They look at every device in the house, but they did not look at your mom's. They only looked at you and your brother's. I mean, do you have an explanation for that?
I mean, no, you don't have to see these hills.
Okay. I mean, Edward, you understand when Edward, you understand, like, it's okay. Dude, it's really okay to bus toss somebody if it comes to pedo shit. I would look, if my brother committed a robbery, I wouldn't tell anybody. But if he was a pedo, I mean, shit, I'll be the first one to expose him. Like, I'm just like, dude, I know you're not. Shoot, dude, even if it was, like, I don't know, even if it was CP, dude, I still don't think you're a pedo. But dude, the point is, somebody had to upload something in that house. Nobody's trying to hack you in 2020 because you had a very low profile then. Somebody had to do something to, either it was your brother fucking you up, or maybe you did the wrong decision by uploading something to Google Drive. I don't know. But Edward obviously was one of you guys.
Well, then I guess charges will reflect that, right? I mean, what do you want to say? I mean, I didn't do anything. I think everyone in this community is going to look really foolish whenever this is finished.
Well, dude, the thing is, we want to. I mean, dude, I absolutely want to look foolish, and I'm not going to come out and say that that you did. I'm not going to come out and say that I think this or that, because obviously it has been 3.5 years, and at least in my experience of catching pedos with CP, the longest it's took for cops to act on it has been 3 months. When a pedo has CP, they always go on that very quickly because there's no, like, speculation with that stuff. But I mean,
right, which is why I'm thinking they're really holding that investigation over our head. Because if you help in the JoJo, it's like they offered him 10 years probation. They offered, me 2 years probation for fucking 2 hits in a meth pipe. I said, fuck that.
Yeah, but if they're not even bringing up the CP charges anymore to you, or the CP suspect thing.
Last I heard of the CP was the day I got arrested for possession of a controlled substance. We haven't heard from the Attorney General's office. Period. Okay.
Okay. But how can a cop say, oh, we just didn't find the CP? If it was uploaded to a cloud, wouldn't they have to dump the devices before they say whether they found it or not?
I mean, they went through all like the devices while they were here. I mean, they still took them with them, but I don't know. I don't know how that shit works.
Right, but if it's on some cloud, what Boomer Polk County Sheriff's Office deputy is just going to go through? I mean, Edward, that's never how it works. Where they just
It was the Attorney General's office that figured it out.
it was the AG.
Yeah, the Attorney General's office investigators plus the Polk County Sheriff's Office.
So who's? I mean, was it multiple people going through the devices on the scene?
No, there was one girl had a computer who was going through like devices and shit.
Okay. Did she end up checking the laptop that was there?
I don't know. Once they found drugs in the room, I was escorted out to a cruiser, and that's where I sat for the whole fucking rest of the night. So,
How long were you in the cruiser for?
a couple hours at least.
Okay. What was the password on your phone at the time?
Probably like my PIN.
Okay. Well, like you had a password.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know if your brother had a password?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So, I mean, Edward, if these phones are password protected, they can't just go look through all of them in like a couple hours. I mean, shit, some of these phones, one phone could take hours to dump.
I gave him the password to my phone. I let them in mine. I think he let them in his too.
Right. Okay, so basically, did they just see the meth and escort you to, like, what happened when they came in the house? Like, how quick did you get in the cruiser?
I don't know, probably about 20 minutes or so. Like, my brother went to the cruiser right away, and then they trying to remember.
Were you and your brother in the same cruiser?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he went into the cruiser right away, and then I went there like, I don't know, maybe 20, 25 minutes later when they found the meth in my room. And they asked whose is this? And I was like, yeah, it's mine. And yep, I got cuffed up and sent out there too. So.
And when did they take y'all's phones?
Before that.
So your brother got sent to the cruiser before they took his phones?
No, they took my phone before that. They searched, like, they searched his room, sliced his mattresses, his mattress and shit, Like, searched everywhere for devices in his room, I guess. I don't think he had his phone with him, like, because he was sleeping, right, when they came in, and that's why it was like, oh, he reached for an officer's gun, because he, was startled. He didn't know who the fuck it was. They didn't announce police, but they busted in his bedroom door, so he kind of, like, stood up and was startled, and I guess they said he reached for a gun, which it's dark in that room, and that's why I don't think the grand jury indicted on that, because, I mean, a reasonable person would have probably acted the same way.
Right, so who let who let the cops into the house?
I did.
Okay. So they come into the house, then they take your phone, or what happens?
Well, they come in the house and they go straight, they make a beeline straight for his room, and they don't like where his room is at.
I mean, what did they ask when they knocked on the door?
They said, no, banged on the door, search warrant.
Did they say what they were searching for?
Not at that time, no.
When did they tell you all about the CP?
Like shortly thereafter, once they got him up and out of his room and cuffed, you know.
And you said the lady was checking all the devices, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so was she doing this? And how do you know she was checking? Was she doing this in front of you when he was in the cruiser already?
I mean, I just assumed that's what she was doing. She plugged her phone into like a computer deal she had. Like, I don't know what it was doing. I didn't see her screen or anything.
But it was like basically her brother's phone she was plugging it into and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay. And this was when your brother was in the cop car already?
Right.
Okay. So again, like if these were password protected, she couldn't have asked him for the passwords because she would be plugging them up. I mean, you see where, I mean, this is kind of like just kind of going, you know, it's just kind of being contradicting, dude.
I don't know exactly the communication that he had with them. Like, I wasn't in the cruiser at that time. I was, you know. So, I mean, I don't know what he was saying to them. We went out there and they asked him to, they went out there and they asked him to unlock a couple phones and he unlocked them for him.
Mm-hmm.
He might have got tired of unlocking this shit for them after, you know, the first couple times he was cooperative. I don't know. Like, I was in the house at that point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I guess the thing kind of, I guess the thing you got going is basically like, yeah, you haven't been charged with any of that crap. I mean, yeah, I mean, it is very long, to, especially with something like CP that's very cut and dry. It is definitely very long for nothing to happen, but yeah, well, I mean, all I can say is just shit. Well, I don't know. I mean, I would tell. I mean, I think you owe a lot of people an explanation, for what happened. So I think you should go on and tell them.
Well, yeah, and I'm going to do that once my drug cases are over. I'm not going to sit there and admit online, you know, hey, yeah, by the way, I was, you know what I mean? Facing a minimum 6 months, maximum 2 year sentence right now. I mean, you know what I mean, Alex? I don't fucking
Yeah,
owe anybody anything. I mean, if they want to ask me privately, like, you know, you have, then fine. You know, I'll talk about it there, but I'm not going to fucking.
Yeah, well, I mean,
I for sure don't owe fucking Ryan anything for this, you know. The favor may say, oh, yeah, these got allegations in the court of law or whatever, and that's fucking bullshit.
yeah, I mean, I get it, dude, but you know, this is a community of a lot of people who went through this type of crap. So, I mean, yeah, if this was a car racing community, I mean, nobody would be probing this much. But since this is a community of literally people against predatory online sexual behavior and real life, of course, you definitely should tell them you definitely should tell them what happened or who they suspected uploaded the CP, because they obviously told you guys who they think it was or what they think happened.
Yeah.
So, I mean, when it comes to those type of online sex crimes, they always try to interview people or talk to you guys. And it doesn't just involve them taking shit and not saying anything. They would either bring one of you guys to the station and have an interview with you guys about what is this at the station about the CP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wanted me to do a lie detector test.
Okay.
They didn't do that with. They just booked me.
Okay. So You haven't told anyone they suspected your brother of this.
Okay, I mean, his name's on the suspect list too, right?
No, I understand, but
yeah, I don't know.
right, I mean, dude, I understand, but when you guys are
These people are literally threatening to go to my court hearings like this. Look, I don't fucking know these people anything, Alex.
I think no, dude.
People, then maybe I would be more inclined to.
Dude, look, if you don't feel like you don't know, fine, you don't know Ryan anything, you don't owe your, whatever, these trolls anything. I get it, dude. Okay, you don't owe Tommy anything. Who you do owe something to is the people who support you, like Jules and Christina, or Christy, I'm sorry, Jules and Christy. You do owe them that explanation. And if you don't think you do, that's pretty selfish on your part. You owe them that. Look, I'm not saying go text Ryan and say, "Hey, man, this is what happened, dude." I don't care. But you owe those ladies that are there every stream for you, that genuinely think of you as a friend, as someone as part of their life. You owe them that explanation for sure.
And they can all reach out to me privately.
Oh, come on, Edward. You can reach out to them privately and do it. I mean,
okay, yeah, either way.
Okay. So, but why did you just say in the first place it was my brother they took to the station?
They took us both to the station. We were both arrested. I was 13. Then they,
Well, yeah, obviously, but I mean, yeah, but why don't you just tell people that they were going after your brother specifically?
Oh, because nobody would believe that shit, because I'm listed as a fucking suspect on there.
Nobody would believe that shit. Edward, when your story keeps changing, this and that, that's what they don't believe. Like, literally, just because you're listed as a suspect, dude, that doesn't mean shit. It means that somebody in that house did something, and that's that's what they're doing. I mean, if you had no part in it though, they wouldn't have listed you as a suspect because they didn't list your mom as one. And if it's everybody in the house, it's everybody. I mean, just because you were listed as a suspect does not mean you had a part in it. Or yeah, it doesn't mean you had a part in it. But did they ask? Did they? I'm not saying they gave you a lie detector test, but did they just question you about what your brother may have did?
No.
No. Okay. Well, I mean, what did your brother tell you?
Said that he's fucking, it's all bullshit, and I don't know. Yeah, pretty much it's all bullshit, and he.
I mean, how many images did they accuse him of?
I forget what they said. I think they said it was enough for like 5 charges, I guess.
Because I know, God, I forgot where. God damn, I really.
They said it'd be enough for like 5 counts. So I mean,
okay. I mean, I really forgot where I read this. I know it was recently though. Oh my God, where was I reading this? I know it wasn't online, was it? Okay.
So I don't know if that's like 5 images.
Well, no. It's not exactly that. I'm just trying to. Where did? Oh my God! Where did?
He said there was a lot of enough for like 5 counts or something. I don't know.
But yeah, hold on. I'm trying to think where. Oh my God! I heard. Dude, was it? Oh my God, dude! I really forgot where I read this recently, but I believe if it's over 30 images, it triggers a human review, and if it's I guess between 1 and 30, it's either something they don't report. I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean? Like, I mean,
Basically, triggering the Nick Mick. Like if it's between 1 and 3, dude, I really just don't. Dude, I'm like, I really just don't know where. I know it was recently I read this. Maybe. Oh my god. Yeah, dude, I'm going like fucking blank here. Maybe it's for the Vegas guy or something. I don't fucking know. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going blank here. But yeah, I mean, did they say the tip was sent? Did he tell you? I mean, did he say the tip was sent from a human being or what?
I believe it was an anonymous tip sent into Nick Mac.
Is that what that's what he told you?
That's what he said, yeah.
Anonymous tip. Anonymous tip. But how would somebody know that he's doing that shit?
I don't know.
Well, and you still haven't gotten your phone back that they took.
Well, it's been 3 years. I have a new phone. Like, I don't give a shit about
Right. No.
back.
Yeah. What do they say when you ask for it?
I haven't asked for it back.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. I know with phones, like.
It's like a fucking, what's the purpose of getting back? Well,
Yeah, no, I know with phones, like they basically hang on to them until you fucking ask. Like I had to give up my phone again recently, but the phone that I gave up was with Frisco PD for 2 years, and they didn't give it back until I asked. But never like it.
like we all just got back to the house seat. Here's all your shit,
No, exactly. All right, well, I think you should definitely tell those closest to you that it was your brother, or at least that's what they suspected of it, because shit is going to be the walls are going to keep closing in on you unless you just tell them.
Okay, well, yeah, you say tell the people I'm closer to, right? Like, I've already done that, so, like, now you're saying I need to tell all the fucking goals and all the people talking shit,
Right, but right now nobody knows it was your brother except for, I don't know, me and how many others? 0?
Yeah, probably you and like 2 others.
Okay, well, if you, it's up to you, man. If you want to keep your respect to this community, leaving it all up to speculation, at least as it's ongoing, probably isn't the best move. But I appreciate you telling me.
Yeah, no problem.
Yep. Well, you have a good night.
All right, you too.
Golly.